Smile. You woke up in Texas.
I'm Jim Dutton, and I've been a contractor here in the great state of Texas for over 40 years.
It ain't a good day till we tear something up. Tools make the job.
To help as many people as I possibly could, I started a radio show over 20 years ago. Now to help even more people, I'm rolling up my sleeves and hitting the road.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, look how beautiful it is.
In Texas, most contractors don't have to have a license, so it's buyer beware.
And that's what you get when you hire a bootleg contractor.
You don't know what you're talking about. I've been building homes for over...
Yeah, and I've been fixing homes for over 40 years because of people like you. It doesn't work in Texas. This is Texas Home Improvement.
Well, today's a special day, and it's finally time to see Adam and Valerie's remodeled house. But before we do, let's get you up to speed on the long journey we had to get us here. So this project has really had its ups and downs, but none of us were prepared for what was about to happen. Saturday morning, I'm at his house and, we're looking at getting ready. He wasn't feeling good again.
The day the stroke actually happened, I worked up and I fully intended to be working on the tile. To me, I felt like I had about 2, maybe 3 weekends left worth of working on the kitchen to have it completely finished, ready to move in. And then I just kept getting more and more dizzy, and it got to the point where I just couldn't walk around the house anymore.
And I left to go pick something up. He called me and said, I need help.
So at that point, I called my dad and said, hey, I think I need to go to the emergency room. There's something wrong going. It ended up being one of the arteries in my neck that feeds the brain. Ended up having a small tear in it, started clotting, and then the clot moved up to the brain.
His exact diagnosis was a tear in the vertebral artery, which usually only happens with someone his age through like a traumatic event, like motor vehicle accident, or maybe in a roller coaster, anything that kind of whips your head really in a high velocity. And none of that had happened, so it was kind of stumped the doctors of why this, tear occurred. Now, the place that the stroke occurred was actually in the brainstem, which is in charge of, controlling most of your vital functions like swallowing, breathing. So thank goodness that it was so small that part wasn't affected at all. It was just mostly his motor function on his left side. So when I first heard that it was in the brainstem, that definitely freaked me out.
So when the stroke first happened, the doctors were actually telling me it's going to be about 12 to 18 months before I'm recovered. Now, for me, that's just not going to cut it because I got too much going on. I'm very into my work, like to work on the house. Beyond that, me and Valerie actually have a baby on the way, so it was time to get better fast. And I'm not going to say I'm 100% now either. I move good and everything, but there's definitely still weakness.
I remember him telling me that the therapists were very impressed of how quick he recovered. Mm-hmm. And seeing that that's all they see, I thought that was really great news to hear from them.
So doing the house remodel with my dad, there's one thing with working with him, is we're gonna do it all ourselves. So whenever I went down, that was a big problem for being able to actually finish the house. And I was extremely grateful the way that he was able to step up, bring people in, and actually finish this project so we could live in a completed house while I was going through the recovery stages.
Today, in order to celebrate Adam's recovery and the newly remodeled house, we decided to invite the whole family over.
Hey!
Hey, Adam.
How's it going? Oh, all right. You brought a cake?
Nice.
Oh no, I brought more than a cake. I brought the entourage.
I thought it was just gonna be my mom and dad coming, but then I started seeing Johan, my brother, my sister Sarah and everybody was coming into our house.
Yeah.
Now we're really gonna get our work judged. Oh, y'all did bring everybody.
Yep.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey.
Joe.
Welcome to the new house.
Hello. Hey, thanks for coming. There's more?
There's more.
Oh.
Hello.
You know, I knew this remodel was a big change for this house, but I would have never guessed how surprised everybody was when they walked into the house.
Well, Adam, obviously I've seen the house and Johan's seen it and Charlie has, but everybody else hasn't. You want to show them around real quick what we did?
Yeah, we're in the living room, so let's start here. Obviously we raised the ceiling. That makes just a huge difference in here. Did all of the wood slats and everything for that, the fake beams. Really looks nice. Took out that whole wall there, which was load bearing, put in the beam going across there. Your favorite part, the fireplace. We took
Yeah.
all that stone off. You did a good job of that. So redid all of that.
Right up till I didn't have a foot.
Yep. Great Stone did a great job with that too.
Yeah.
So then we go into the kitchen over here, which obviously this wall's not here anymore. The sink originally was actually where the stove is, and the stove is where the sink is now. So we swapped those around, did all the plumbing behind it. Actually built in an island, which that makes just a huge difference for prepping all the food and everything. Cabinets, floor to ceiling across this side, new fridge, new vent hood. And then last, kind of, you wouldn't think it's one of my favorite, but actually one of my favorite things is we built in the laundry room through this door. Before it was just sitting in the garage. We'd get all kinds of dust in there with our laundry and everything. So now it's all enclosed so we can do our laundry and not have to worry about it. Yeah, come take a look at the nice dining room we have now. We made sure to get a table that was big enough so we could have the whole family over.
Love it. Great. Now we don't all have to be squished for dinner night.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, this is the standard for your house now.
So, you know, the whole project began as a kitchen remodel. The kitchen layout really was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Not much for cabinet space, just kind of an enclosed nook type kitchen, but
Yeah.
it really wasn't a nook, but an L-shaped kitchen. You got a lot of cabinet space now.
Oh yeah, no, it's nice compared to what it was. And really, like before we had just a small closet right here that was the pantry before.
Right?
But instead now we've got this floor to ceiling cabinet, and we really use the cabinetry on the other side. We got more pantry space than we did before with this layout as well.
And countertop.
And countertop, because the countertop was that spot and then this little bit over here, but we also had the wall, so it wasn't as deep as
Right.
it is now.
Yeah.
So
You even got a place for your coffee machine.
yeah, none of that was there either before.
All right, so this is space that we took actually from the garage.
Yeah.
And, all right, not only did we take in part of the garage for a laundry room, but you got a mud room as well.
Yeah, that is so much nicer than what it was. We're not dragging dust and everything into the house as much as we were.
So don't let them come home from work all muddy and drag it in the house anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of the other things that I kind of thought ahead on is this wall that separates the mudroom from the laundry room. I actually put insulation in there, help with sound deadening. The door is actually a solid door, and then we got this door is an exterior door, so that's a solid door as well.
So when you're in the house and the laundry is going, you're not listening.
Yeah, we can sit in the living room, watch movies, and not even hear any of it.
We want to show you the dishwasher.
Yeah, the dishwasher, the sink. So the dishwasher is actually panel ready, so it's all in here.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, we got our nice farmhouse sink, but it's deep and big, so I can fit all my cutting boards, my baking sheets, everything all the way down to the bottom of the sink and clean it. Then past her, normally we've always had trash can under the sink, This one slides out.
So what you're saying is family dinner is going to be cooked here from now on.
Yeah, that's kind of what we set it up for.
Well, Adam, I like the layout of this room with the bar stools and stuff. It really makes great for visiting with company and stuff.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be the house that we gather at now.
So it's a good thing we changed out this window, though.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things about working on an old house like this is you never know what you're going to find when you start tearing into the walls, and that window hardly was hooked in.
Yeah, it was definitely the right move. Just get it sealed in properly, but the window itself has been amazing to be able to look out and actually see the yard and what's going on out there.
You know, the funny thing is, these big windows like this, if you go back into the houses that were made in the 50s, they all had it in the front yard looking out onto the street.
Yeah.
Now we install them all the time in the backyard so people can enjoy their backyards. It's funny how things come back around again. You know, I've been redoing houses since I was 14 years old. I started with mom and dad and stuff, and even through high school, I knew I was going to be a contractor. But I got to tell you guys, never have I worked a project that had more medical drama going on than this house.
Yeah, no, this one was pretty rough because I've done several houses with you and we never had any kinds of problems.
No, from I'm 60 years old, never had a broken bone till your house.
Yep.
You end up getting cancer while we're working on the house.
Yeah.
Then you got to top it off with a stroke as we're getting near the end of the house.
Yeah.
And even after all that's done, we had issues coming up as we're trying to do the final touches, but it got there. We got it done.
At the end of the day, we did get it done. It is wildly different than what it was. So Dad, as a thank you for all you did to help me with the house, I actually got you a gift.
Okay.
Johan's bringing it in now.
Here's another part that went wrong.
That ain't funny.
It's the rock that broke your toe.
Yeah.
This is very heavy, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even pick it up. You hold on to that. Well, leave it to those two to get the last laugh. But I'll tell you this, if I never see that heavy rock again in my life, I'll be just fine.
So now that it's all done, what do you think? How did it turn out?
Well, it's like your family says, we can have 3 things in construction: good, cheap, and fast. Oh, you can only pick 2, and it looks like we got good and inexpensive, thanks to your family.
Yeah. Us doing the labor actually was able to reduce a lot of the costs.
So I'm actually very, very pleased with how everything turned out. I'm very thankful for your whole family. I can't wait to tell our future kid that his father and grandpa helped with this whole house.
All right, so let's just make one thing clear here. We did a great job. They saved tens of thousands of dollars. But to do that, it's gonna take a little longer.
When it comes to my dad and remodeling, you know it's gonna take some time, but it'll be perfect.
Hey, if you want it good and fast, I can do that. But you better get your checkbook out. Hey, Brian.
Hey, I really need your help.
What's up?
Well, my brother just bought a house and it's a doozy, and we got a lot of stuff we need your help with.
Where you at?
We're in Austin.
Hey, got a question during the week? Go to our website, thipro.com, and click on the Ask Jim button. If you're looking for a great contractor, one that'll treat you fair and get the job done right, go to thipro.com and take a look at the contractors in your area that I've already checked out. Hey, got a question about your project? Join me on News Talk 820 WVAP every Saturday at 12 o'clock. You can call in, ask your question, and get your project going. Don't forget to listen to Texas Home Improvement every Saturday and Sunday right here in Houston on News Talk 740 KTRH.
Don't forget to listen to Texas Home Improvement every Saturday right here in Austin on News Talk 1370 AM KJCE.
Want to show them around?
Well,
Well, I got the audio, so I can. All right, let's just do it again.
Watch it, you don't film that. We just saw it. Okay, so the backsplash, it's really coming along now. All we have left is to put those last few tiles on the back.
First take was good. You want
No, we're gonna do it again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
I was filming, man. I'm sorry.
So that nice voice when we were doing the seawall, when we sunk the excavator, no one really knows whose voice that was. Tell us about that phone call. You know, it was a while back.
Yeah, it was a while.
Do you remember what you said? Hello?
Brian, I'm gonna be real with you. You're
I just know that it was not an easily fixed problem.
I still have my house, you know, but
Next time on Texas Home Improvement.
with Frank and his crew around, the rest of the project is going to be finished in a day or two. It could go a little longer if I add too much, but I didn't like that. Well, today's a special day, and it's finally time to see Adam and Valerie's. Let's just read it one more time, just so you've got it.